Hey folks, welcome back to Doc Shows You How. Today it is do-it-yourself easy landing pads. There's quite a bit to this one. We're going to go right to it. You have a great day. Oh, and go ahead and subscribe now. Alright, so this one starts off with a dollar store pegboard tile. They are about 12 inches by 12 inches. And we're just going to snip off the corner bits here. There's one of those in every corner to support the structure, but we don't need them. T-light. Let's get rid of this piece. Anytime I work with these cheap tea lights, I keep checking periodically during the build just to make sure they still work. They're cheap enough that if it breaks, who cares, grab another one out of the box and just keep moving.
A few moments later.
Alright, so if you've seen my other video about how I do sci-fi style landing lights, this is the same thing, just barely modified to fit on this landing platform. You're going to need a quarter machine pod here. Alright, so the silver is just to help the light bounce around a little bit better on the inside of there. It's a small thing, but it certainly helps. We're going to sandpaper the inside of this here. That's going to diffuse the light quite a bit better and just kind of helps the overall look. You should subscribe. Alright, and then just it's a good idea to keep a model, in this case a drop ship, around. Now I do want to mention that these, there it is, the power generator has a separate video. There will be a link in the description. Pretty straightforward. So now we're going to do a ramp, just a small bit of foam core board and some corrugated paper there. You could of course peel the one side off some cardboard if you have the time. It's just as easy to buy these sheets for whatever it is, $1 or something. Again, my lovely paper craft supplies here. Apparently that cut is called a zipper. Okay. But it gives you this great kind of industrial tooth-like thing, and I'm going to use that to add that detail I mentioned. Just knock that on there just a little bit. Just going to use a little bit of painter's tape to hold it all together while that dries. Don't need a lot, it's only temporary. And during the trimming process, we're going to leave what's called working material. And then we break out my little glue tray and a couple more punches to get some rivet details. Continue the hole punch. I'm a big fan of using these papercraft punches and scissors to do terrain pieces. It gives you interesting details, interesting cut edges. And adding the rivets. Tedious, but it adds so very much detail to the end piece.
Now we're not cutting all the way through here, that's just giving a score line right at that angle. I want to make a nice sharp edge when I bend that over. Damn it! And thanks to the magic of editing, I've got the finished thing here, trimmed up, all the details on it. It's a pretty good little piece. Now, I had debated gluing this in place and gluing that little generator in place. Ultimately, I decided, no, it's more flexible if I leave it loose, so that each setup could be more unique and maybe play other pieces with it here. But it is time to paint something. Now, I debated doing all kinds of weird stuff here, covering the whole thing, using a compass to draw a full circle on there and hand cut some stuff out, but after a lot of debating and a handful of sketches, I determined that this very simple tape job here would give an effective lines as far as guidance lines, as far as where you would park your vehicle, as it were. And there we go, fast forward and editing again. Check that out. Alright, I put a base coat of army green on that ramp there. We're just going to set up to do a rust paint job on this. And well, the camera died and I finished up the paint job anyway. There you go. Looks good. So we're just going to carry on and weather that a little bit. Give it a little bit more depth. I do really enjoy that rust texture though. Anyway, sorry to get that filmed. And a more or less straightforward wash. Watered down acrylic. Nothing special this time. No alcohol or dish soap. Just really watered down. All this is doing is adding some shadow in there and it makes it feel less flat. I will point out here that you can go ahead and paint this up in all kinds of great detail. Rust, some quick dry brush lines as though they're skid marks, or scrape through to some metal, perhaps blaster bolt. This is the third damn time I had to glue that on there. The third time! Damn it, stay! I'm not going to go ahead and paint this up like that here. It's really just the example on how to do the build here. You all have seen this kind of stuff on how to paint. I don't really need to tell you how to paint, right? If you do want me to show you more about painting stuff, let me know below. I'll put something together. Anyway, let's move ahead with some of this. Alright, so I have other little tutorials on things like this Imperial computer console and these Star Wars style shipping crates from the dollar store. I will have links to those additional tutorials in the description. Also though, this adds that little bit more cover on there. This was originally meant for the Imperial shuttle there. Anyway, there's the glamour shots. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, come back often, share with friends, blah blah blah. Have a great day.